The treble winners were back in action as they beat Burnley yesterday 3-0. Welcome to the first 5 things that we learned of this Premier League season. Look at this beautiful shirt as well. I couldn't watch it yesterday and be so perfect and be so beautiful and not pick it up today. So I've gone and picked it up. I'll do a full review tomorrow. I've just left my jumper on the side of it. I've just thrown it on right now. Hang on. I'll tidy up, not leave a jumper line around the background. I put it on for the first time for this video, and it's absolutely glorious. What a beautiful, beautiful shirt, you know? Look at it. It's absolutely perfect, isn't it? It really, really, really is. I'll jump over here now for the wide shot. What a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous shirt. One of my favourites in ages. That was going to be one of the 5 things that we learned, by the way, just how nice the kits were, but I thought I'd leave it out and just talk about the start of the video. Anyway, of course, yesterday was fascinating for loads of reasons, as always, as the champions, the treble winners, were back in action. So please do hit a like button on this video and help support the channel. Do subscribe if you are new as well. And don't forget to watch the match reaction, the fan view, and all those kind of things. It does help support the channel. Do it right now as we dive a little bit deeper into the game from yesterday. Let's go through the game in a little bit more detail. Can anyone guess, by the way, what the 5 things are? I always like to see if anyone can actually. Go for it. Guess what the 5 things are in the chat now. And I will read it out and I'll give you the credit if so. Let's have a look, see if anyone can guess. Everyone in the chat, by the way, hello to Double Dog, Cyan Maze, Brian O'Mara, Invis, Pete, Charlie, Danny, Alec, Moss, Chrome Abyss, all you wonderful people. It's good to see you here on a Saturday. I keep thinking it's Sunday. You enjoyed the Barclays today as well, by the way. Arsenal winning 2-1, of course, actually, earlier. Though apparently they were a little bit ropey in the second half. Looking around the Premier League as well, so far, half-time, it's obviously 2-1 to Newcastle. Been a rocking game in that first half. Palace beat Sheffield United 1-0. Edouard scoring the goal as a key in that game. Fulham, of course, getting off to a good start as well. Cordova Reed with the goal there. Brighton battering Luton. A welcome to the Premier League. Evan Ferguson getting a goal late on. Joao Pedro, Adingra, and March with Colton Morris scoring for them. 1-0 West Ham Bournemouth. Don't know how Paqueta get on, by the way. I didn't know that. But of course, as well, there'll be some more games tomorrow. But I've enjoyed what I've seen so far this weekend. So let's have a look. See what people have said. Foden magic, New Kit Fire, Vardio debut, Rodri brilliant. As some reason mentioned, Alvarez and Foden should be nailed on. Haaland's inevitable. Cover's looking good. Foden can handle the pressure. Haaland's Haaland. Interesting. A lot of things we talk about here. Some people are right. Defensive depth, yeah, different actually, different but interesting. I'll jump over to the first point. The first point is an obvious one. Haaland is the difference. He is the difference. As much as we can talk about, you know, the rest of the team, I think ultimately when you've got a man like Erling Haaland, he will be the difference. A lot was made about Erling Haaland towards the end of the season because he slowed a tiny bit, didn't he? He did. He didn't score towards the end of the season that much. And people started to play him down. People started to talk about Højlund and Jackson at Chelsea and talk about Harry Kane a lot bit more. Basically, people started to try and play Haaland down. Absence makes people forget just how good Erling Haaland is. And if we ever needed a reminder, well, it didn't take long, did it? Well, it didn't take long at all. Erling Haaland was absolutely spectacular yesterday. It was so, so good, man. He's just a monster. An alien level finisher. People like Erling Haaland just do not exist in reality. He's the cheat code. And man, he's like, I think Jerry said yesterday in the comments actually on my video, if you're watching Jerry, he said he's like the 99 level cheat code FIFA player that you make. The perfect player. He's huge, fast, lightning quick. Yeah, he's a goal machine basically. And as much as we can talk about De Bruyne and everyone else, like, look, all we need is someone to play a decent cross. And many people can do that in this City side, and Haaland will get those goals. He is the difference in a game like this. When things are tight, when things are reggy, give him half a chance and he will score a goal. I don't know how many he's going to score this season. Personally, I do think he'll probably be very similar to the 52 goals he scored last year. Only 50 more remains now. 34 he needs in the next 37 games to match his tally from last season. Who's going to bet against him looking at doing that? I can't see him not doing that, to be honest. I think Haaland is a goal-a-game player, will always be a goal-a-game player. Doesn't matter how much people can try and keep him down. He's just too good. He will score at every level he plays, and he'll score regularly. A wonderful player. And he will only get better as well. He was a damn sight better in his first game this season than he was last season, put it that way. He's way more suited And we had that moment as well at half time, like where Guardiola and him were having a little to-do. And I really liked his attitude about that, where he talked about how he wants that hunger, he wants those motivations from Guardiola, he wants to be trained, and he wants to learn. He doesn't shy away from a disagreement, because this guy's a winner, an elite level professional, and he will absolutely go there, go to the he'll run to the end of the season, and he'll reach those levels. Have I put any bets on him this year? Nah, the bet last year was because the odds were so insane. The odds aren't insane anymore. Erling Haaland, like, people expect the unexpected from him, so the odds aren't the same. So I've not gone for any big bets this year, unfortunately. But that's the first thing that I learned. Haaland is a freak. The title of the video is the second one, man. It is Phil Foden's time to shine. It well and truly is Phil Foden's time to shine. He's a superstar. Like, look, I haven't actually mentioned, plot spoiler, I haven't mentioned KDB in this video because this is the KDB point. It's sort of the KDB point. Basically, with no De Bruyne now for a few weeks, 3 months, I don't know how long it's going to be. I would say a conservative estimate is minimum 2 months. It feels that way, doesn't it? It feels a couple of months. With no De Bruyne now, we are going to need... Josko Vardiol's in the chat, apparently. Hey, Josko Vardiol, mate. Good to see you, pal. Are you well? But with no De Bruyne, we're going to need a superstar. We're going to need something different. We're going to need a spark. I'm a firm believer in football that opportunity... Opportunity knocks, man. Like, sometimes you need something negative to happen for something positive to come from it. And I do feel like Phil Foden... Look, put it this way. If De Bruyne never got injured those years ago, and then would Gundogan have stepped up and scored 17 goals that season? I don't think he would have. Like, I feel like, you know, sometimes things need to happen for a player to get a chance, you know, like, or someone to step up. Basically, adversity can be someone else's opportunity. I do believe right now, Foden, he won't want De Bruyne to be injured, but I do think he'll be like, well, this is my chance to shine now. I will play central, like he did in the Champions League final. I will get plenty of minutes, and I will show just how good I am and how good I can be. I've had years of education now. I've been brilliant for Man City, but this could be the time when I actually take this City side by the scruff of the neck. You know, and I feel like this is his chance. I really do feel that way, and I've got a feeling we'll see the best of Phil Foden. What do we reckon? Do we all feel that way? I mean, Phil Foden to me is such a naturally talented footballer that. You see the elegance that he's got to his game, the way he glides past people. He's not De Bruyne with the passing range, but he's a very, very, very different level of player, like in terms of like a different style of play. He's more of a dribbler, more direct. He makes things happen, basically. And I feel like if he plays every week, he's going to be a 30 goal and assist season player. I think he will. I think he'll get 15 goals. I think he'll get 15 assists. I think he'll be around that level because I think he's that talented a footballer. I really do believe that. So it's a negative, but De Bruyne will be back and he'll be brilliant. And in the meantime, Foden will keep us there. I just believe it, man. I believe it. Also, he looks cool in that kit, doesn't he? He just does. By the way, have you liked the video yet? If not, please do help support the channel. Give this video a like. If you haven't, why not? What you doing? Do it right now. Please like the video. Help support the channel as well. The third thing that we learned from this, Rodri... Like, did we learn this? I mean, it's probably common knowledge, but I want to talk about Rodri yet again. Like, look, he's just a stupid footballer. By the way, look at every single picture of the players. Haaland, Foden, now Rodri. They all look so kit, man. So good in this kit. This kit. I think even I look like suit this kit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a beautiful kit, isn't it? I'm going to do a full review tomorrow, by the way, but plot spoiler, I love it. I think it's an absolute classic. I think it's an instant classic. But Rodri played yesterday with a confidence of treble winning goal scorer. You know what I mean? He played with the confidence of a man who knows he's better than everyone else on the pitch. Pretty much. He is. You think he's the best midfielder in world football right now? I really believe that. Obviously, De Bruyne is up there too and so on. But I think Rodri, this is the season where people are going to stop pretending that he isn't miles ahead of Casemiro and everyone else. Look, there's some good number sixes in the world, but he is the best. He's also probably the most complete midfielder right now in terms of he can get forward and score goals. He can play beautiful passes. He's aggressive. He's physical. Look, Rodri, to me, is our future captain. Absolutely will be a captain one day. He's going to drive this Manchester City side onto success again because Rodri only knows success. This man is, look, He's a cut above. He's a cut above any other midfielder right now, in my personal opinion. People compared Casemiro to him. Look, Casemiro at one point was brilliant, but Casemiro is not a better footballer than Rodri. I'm sorry, he isn't. Maybe he was 1 point, but they talk about Casemiro's levels at Real Madrid and so on. Real Madrid could have done what they did with Rodri as well. Like, I think he's a more complete footballer. Miles better at receiving the ball defensively. He's got a big goal in him. He's got a superstar moment in him. Casemiro's a destroyer, a technically excellent destroyer, but Rodri's a complete midfielder, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Did he play with his shirt untucked yesterday? Well, that changes everything, Brian. Did he really, man? Oh, come on, Rodri. Come on, Rodri, mate. His shirt should be permanently tucked in forever. Do you know what? I feel like I should tuck my shirt into my my trackies just in honour of Rodri, you know what I mean? There you go. I've gone for it. He tucked into the trackies in honour of Rodri. There we go. You got to do it always. I love him. I love him. Absolutely. What a player. I think he's got to go. I think he'll captain Man City at some point, you know. I think he will do. Kovacic is going to be key. Look how good the shirt got. Look, that shirt again. By the way, I absolutely love how good. I haven't got it on this shirt, but I love how good the OKX logo looks as well. You know, the gold logos. Everything is in gold. It's so beautiful. I love it, man. But Kovacic yesterday. I don't want to be negative about players, but when you see a performance like Kovacic's, it's really hard not to think about it because Kovacic, like, I don't want to be negative about Calvin Phillips, but Calvin Phillips is the elephant in the room right now. You know, the Yorkshire elephant in the room, and like, oh, Calvin, mate, I love you, but Kovacic is the level when you see come in. That's the level, isn't it? That is the thing. It is. It's just... Kovacic is such a Manchester City footballer. Like, I watched him yesterday. I watched the comp yesterday. I actually shared it on Twitter, by the way. Go watch it. A comp of him yesterday. You watch it. 67 minutes played yesterday. He's ridiculous, man. He's ridiculous. It's the level that you want from Manchester City player. Technically excellent, aggressive in the challenge. By the way, people said he couldn't pass. That man can pass. He played a couple of beautiful through balls. The way he darts past people. He's an awesome player. An awesome player. He's a Manchester City player. Sometimes you watch something and it just makes sense. Like, the true elite players, they fit like a glove, man. Like, this is not fitting like a glove. This is, his hand is just, he doesn't need it. His hand is just a Manchester City hand. He doesn't fit it perfectly. He is the perfection. That's what I mean. His level of football is a Manchester City level. He's an elite level technician who was bred to play this football. And Kovacic, to me, is going to be an absolute huge player for Manchester City Football Club. He really is. Yeah, he's going to be massive for us. And, like, especially with the De Bruyne injury right now, you know, and no Gundogan, we're going to need a steady, experienced head. And I think Kovacic is going to be absolutely immense for us. He really is. Final point I made here today. I feel like I should have made 6 points, actually. But the final point I want to talk about was this moment for me. This moment here with Guardiola and Erling Haaland. Look, I could have talked about... I'll talk about signings that we need signings. I think we all know that. I could have talked about Guardiola as well, but, you know, we know that. I could have talked about, you know, Stones and Diaz, but they'll be back next week. It's fine. But I think this point here, this moment in the game felt massive to me. Because I've chatted to some fans, you know. I actually chatted to an Ajax fan today for an Ajax fan channel about Carlos Borges. And he asked about how I feel about the season in general. And I said, look, I'm not worried about Gundogan and Mahrez going, because the difference to me is it's not De Bruyne, it's not Foden, it's that man right there. The difference is always that man right there, Pep Guardiola. And watch his reaction at half-time and how he dealt with Erling Haaland. It was just... It tells you everything about a man who is obsessed with winning, who's obsessed with success. Success with proving himself time and time again. Because that's what elite level managers do. Like, and to me, look, when you watch Guardiola be that good, you know, like, look, this argument, by the way, when it was over, it was apparently Haaland had actually moaned at Bernardo Silva for not playing a pass. And he always wants the ball in behind. He always does. And what Pep was saying to him was actually, no, you're wrong in this instance. You need to understand that we cannot always play the ball directly to you. Just before half-time, if we play direct and give the ball away and they get a goal just before half-time, it changes everything. It changes everything. And I feel like that's what the point was trying to make. He told that to Haaland. Like, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. And, like, for me, I love that Pep is still willing to tell Guardiola. So Pep, someone's just like Haaland, but as good as you are, there is lessons to be learned, and he will defend. He'll defend his players and so on. I like it, man. I really like it. And to me, Guardiola's hunger is what's going to drag us through again. Look, if Haaland doesn't play well, Alvarez will start. If Alvarez doesn't play well, he'll play someone else there. If Vardiol doesn't play well, he'll drop him and play Ake. If anyone moans, they will be dropped and played by someone else. Pep is as hungry as ever, and that means the players will be as hungry as ever. To me, that is the most important sign that we can see there, There's loads more talking points as well. I'll run through them very quickly again in case you've just joined. Haaland is the difference on the pitch. He is. We talk about all these players, but that man is an absolute monster, an elite-level monster who will score goals time and time and time again. Like an astonishing footballer, built differently. Foden, with no Kevin De Bruyne, it's his time to shine. And I just trust he will do, man. I do. Something about Phil Foden. Look, I think he's ready. I think he's ready for this. Ready for this step up. Finally, he's been waiting for a central role. I think we saw signs of it. Look, we saw signs of it in the Champions League final when he nearly scored an all-timer of a goal. Yes, not everything he did came off, but he was involved and he was darting forward in some technical moments of brilliance. Showed how good he can be. Rodri, look, I think he's going to go a level up again this season. I think Rodri is an astonishing football, but now he's playing with the confidence of a treble winner. He'll be wonderful. Kovacic is a Manchester City player. He just gets it. And of course, Pep is as hungry as ever. They're the things that I took from this game, And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what Guardiola will do in the coming weeks in the window. Look, we do need, of course, more players. I could have mentioned that. I could have mentioned the fact that we need Paqueta, we need Doku, we need these players to come in. We need a midfielder without De Bruyne. I think the squad at that point looks pretty decent. We'll have to see, won't we? We have to see what we manage. But to me, I am not going to panic, as Alex said in the chat as well. I'm relaxed because we've got Guardiola, we've got Foden, we've got Kovacic, we've got De Bruyne, we've got Vardiol, we've got Diaz, we've got Stones, we've got Rico Lewis, who's excellent. We've got we've got so many quality players that we will get through this. Then De Bruyne will be back and we'll sign some players. We're in a good place, I watched Arsenal today. They were good in the first half, didn't create much though. They struggled against a real low block. A couple of moments of magic got them the victory in the end. But Forest gave them some trouble in the second half, and they looked a little bit nervous. Arsenal fans and Arsenal are not used to being a title race with Man City where every single game matters. Like in previous years gone by, it didn't matter if you dropped points early on. But ask Liverpool fans what it means. Every game is a tightrope in the Premier League when you're chasing Man City down, And as it currently stands, by the way, we are, are we top of the league right now still? I feel like we are, aren't we? Are we top of the league or someone 4-1 earlier? Brighton are top. The buggers. It goes to goals scored, doesn't it, after goal difference? Brighton top after game week 1. But either way, second. I really wanted to be top of the league, I wanted to stay there all season, do something mental. But we will be fine. We will be fine. We will make signings and Guardiola will get us there. But guys, they are the 5 things that I took from this game. Go and check out, of course, you haven't already, by the way, check out my big season preview. See what you think after the first game of the season, how it's going down. Check out, of course, my match reaction from last night and the fan view live. And I'll be doing so many more videos. I'll be doing loads more styles of content coming up this season. For now, though, City won the treble. We won 3-0. Haaland is the difference. Foden's a genius. Pep is a monster. Rodri's a monster. Kovacic is beautiful. I love you all loads. Give this video a like, subscribe, get in the comments, and I'll catch you all very soon. Up the Blues.